Hello again. I get a number of questions weekly in my DM or YouTube. People get asking me for bench press advice and just general training advice. Normally I just answer them straight back, and really the answers that I give can benefit others as well. So I'm going to answer this one, and hopefully somebody else will find it useful as well. So the question is from Eric Paris. I have Poland syndrome 2 on my right side, and sometimes when I do flat bench press and flies, it hurts and cramps up. Do I need to lift less or take some time off and rest? Okay, first of all, it depends on the type of Poland syndrome. So if you have some of the pec like me, or if you have just a little slither or nothing at all, so it really depends on the type of Poland syndrome that you have in your chest. And another thing, I've talked about this as well many times, flat bench press really is not your friend if you have Poland syndrome, especially if you're missing all of the pec, simply because the lack of pec, right, when you're pushing the weight, your shoulder is taking a pounding, and obviously your arm and your tricep, but more importantly your shoulder is taking a lot of the stress. So over time that's going to cause you injuries, especially if it's straight on flat bench press, which is known to be the #1 exercise for pec tears and rotator cuff issues. That's going to cause you even more problems. So try doing incline, or start doing dumbbells, or start off on a machine, and warm up properly as well. But sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but when I jump straight into a compound movement, let's say incline bench or flat bench or dumbbells or whatever, and I start going pyramiding up straight away, I can't lift as heavy, and my affected side does hurt and cause pain. So whereas if I were to do the same exercise halfway through my workout, I'll probably be better at it. So sometimes you just need to warm up a little bit, just do some light push-ups against the wall, just go around the gym for about 10 minutes, doing some curls, doing some extensions, a bit of shoulders, a bit of triceps, a bit of chest, and just warm your body up, because that releases fluid into the joints, into the ligaments, into the muscle. So that will lubricate things and prepare you more for the heavier lifts. So don't jump into the heavy lifts straight away, take your time. And another thing, there are a few movements that I don't do at all. One of them is the dumbbell flies. On the flat bench, I haven't done them in probably 5 or 6 years. It feels really awkward, and the strain is in your pec. Now again, flies are a very common exercise for pec tears again, and rotator cuff injuries. Anytime you're going out wide like this, you're putting a lot of stress on the pec attachment and your shoulder, your front delt, and your rotator cuff. I feel it in my rotator cuff. So that is putting your shoulder a very, very dangerous place. Flat bench press, just don't do it. Or if you are doing it, go very, very light and perfect your form. Now I will occasionally do them on the incline, but even that hurts as well. So better still not do them at all. Because there's so many alternatives. You can use a cable, you can do alternative on a cable, you can modify it, you can do a pec deck machine. Every gym has them. So just because it's an exercise that's there, doesn't mean that you have to do it. There are other things that you can do, trust me. If you're trying to build muscle, create a physique, sculpt a physique, there's machines, there's cables, there's alternatives. You don't have to do the basic compound movements all the time, not if you have a limitation. And you have to think about longevity. You want to be doing this for as long as possible. You don't want to go hard for a few years and then just burn out and be fucked with injuries. No, this is health and fitness and longevity. So yeah, the things that I stay away from is heavy flat bench press, decline press, the bench I won't do, simply because there's too much stress on the shoulder on the affected side. Having said that, that's a good exercise. So if you can find a decline machine or a bench or something like that, just do it on your good side. It's a great pec builder. focus on the entire pec and just do that on your good side. And dips also I don't do, because again you're putting a lot of stress on the pec attachment, which if you don't have is going to be your shoulder, and there's already a lot of stress on your shoulder. Dips are awkward as well. Behind the neck press, I stay away from that as well. Very wide grip pull downs, stay away from them, because again you're going out really wide and that's putting a lot of stress on your shoulder, which obviously affects you on your chest days as well. If you've just trained your chest, your shoulder is going to be sore the next day. So if you're training your back the next day, that's extra stress on your shoulder. Then you're training your shoulders the day after that, even more stress on your shoulder. Now maybe you'll be alright for a year or two, but after that you're going to start to burn out. It's going to cause you an injury. So yes, stay away from those exercises and you'll be fine. Or go a little bit lighter and perfect your form. You know, I've said this many times, there's more than one way of doing a bench press, a rep, a dumbbell presses. There's 2 or 3 ways that you can do a pushing movement and a pulling movement. It's just how you align your body and, you know, the mind muscle connection. So take time developing that, and if it's still causing you pain, like if your shoulder hurts right now or your pec hurts or whatever, take a week or 2 off, or just go to the gym and train your legs, you know, your core and stuff, but don't do any heavy pulling movements or pushing movements, and then start again.